Evening everyone, it's me again, Al Brown Spencer. I'm so sorry I haven't shaved or cut my hair, and again, I have been demotivated for over 2 weeks going to the gym, and I have been putting on weight like no one's business for the last 2 weeks or 25 days, almost a month. And weight is creeping on me, and I'm being proved otherwise. Basically, being boiled like a frog in a cold water that is being heated bit by bit. Anyway, this video is about eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. What is eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth? Some people in this world who have authority or who have power, they give themselves the audacity and the green line to do to us whatever they want. And they call it investigation, they call it the right, they call it it's a necessity, they call it whatever, they call it, which is bullshit. It has to be eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. So if one of those bastards give themselves the audacity or the green line to test someone, or like me or anyone, and put them into hell, they have to go through the same. It's eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. It's not because you have a fucking power or authority you can put me in hell and call it a test, or call it whatever you call it, and give yourself the right to do it. The worst case scenario and the worst possibility is what you have to experience and you have to go through. So if you get me or put me in a hustle or a test or whatever experiment or whatever you call it, you have to go through the worst case scenario of what I would have gone through, or the worst possibility of what I would have gone through. This is eye for an eye, and this is tooth for a tooth, and this is fair and square. So you cannot give yourself the right to use people or test people or do whatever you want to do to them and call it an investigation or a test or whatever bullshit you are trying to justify your bullshit work, because you're just a bunch of bastards. And I am telling you, it's the worst case scenario that must be done to you, whoever you are. If you're gonna put me through a test or a hustle, you must go through the worst case scenario of the outcome or possibility of what you put me through. Not your relative, not your friends, not someone you don't know, not someone you know. It has to be you, because you are a bunch of bastards, whoever you are. And one thing I want to put once for and all, whether you are a cousin or a relative, have a power, wherever, trying to pretend to be someone else, pretending to be you, or you're someone else pretending to be a relative, pretending to be someone else, which is a little bit complicated, I know, but whoever you are, I want you to know that you must leave me alone. I'm not your experiment, I'm not your rat, I'm not your whatever you call it. You don't have anything on me. You do not have the right to put me through what you have put me through. And if there is anyone out there pretending to be giving me a charity, or doing me a favor, or a relative, or whatever, I want you to fucking piss off, your piece of shit worthless cunt. You are worthless pieces of shit, whoever you are. I don't owe you anything. You owe me everything. You know what you put me through. You know what you have done to me. So you owe me a lot financially, and not just financially. You know you have to go through every little thing you have done to me. The only thing that I'm not claiming is death. And you know what I'm talking about. So if you cause a death, or authorized or ordered the death of anyone of my family, I'm not gonna claim that the same person or someone of your family has to go for what you've done, but you have to pay for it. Everything else, you have to go through it. So everything else you've done to me, you have to go through it, no matter who you are. And if you were my father or my eldest brother who died, and they came back to life, and they turned out that they done anything to me, or they caused anything to me, I still put them through what they have put me through. So would I spare you, you piece of shit? Of course not. So you need to think about this carefully, whoever you are. And this is a straight, clear message. No experiments, no hustles, no tests, no bullshit. You owe me lots of money, and my money has to be in my account as soon as possible. You piece of shit.